Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the first episode of Andy Answers, where I answer the questions given to me by my small business community and my clients. The first question comes from a personal trainer who asked me the question about balancing time. They're finding it hard balancing their time between being with their clients, as in one-to-one, training them, between client care, between family, and other projects which they might have on the side. So what I do in this video is I'll share my tips on how I tackle each one of those. But before I do, I just want to give an analogy which sets the context for everything. If you look at each different area in your life as a separate ball, okay? So you might have client care, you might have relationships, you might have family, health, other projects. Each of those balls require juggling. You've only got 24 hours in a day and you need to juggle your time and attention between those different balls. With that context in mind, we're the juggler and we're having to juggle these different balls. It's important to actually prioritize which balls require the most frequent attention and which balls we can sort of let drop a little bit and they will be okay. So my first tip, if you're struggling juggling the different areas in your life, is prioritize. Not all balls are equal. Some areas in your life are balls made of rubber, and if you drop them, they will bounce. Other areas in your life are balls made of glass, and if you drop them, they're never the same again. So these balls are normally your intimate relationships, your family. We normally get caught in one or two traps. We either focus on one ball and forget everything else, or we focus on one ball until another one's about to hit the ground, then we run over and we focus on that one, and we just keep putting out fires in the different parts of our life. So the first tip is prioritize which balls are made of glass and which ones are made of rubber. For the ones made of glass, schedule in. Okay, so once you've prioritized, the second tip is schedule in every single day time to check in that area in your life. Put it into your to-do list, put it into your calendar, but make sure you do it every single day. So for the person I'm answering this question to, they have children and they have a partner. I'm guessing these are glass bowls. I'm guessing. Being glass bowls, make sure you schedule in time to spend with your children and your partner separately and together as a family, where you're connected with them, where you're dropped in, where you are present with them 100%, no screens. It could be for 15 minutes, it could be for half an hour, it could be for 1 hour, but make sure you schedule that in. What that does is it makes sure that area of your life you are giving the love, you're giving the attention to. That's not an area which you want to let drop, because when you go to pick it back up, it will be different. So every single day, do something which improves and builds that area of your life. Okay, that's a glass bowl. Third tip, so the first tip, prioritize. Second tip, schedule time in for the glass bowls. Third tip is to time block. So this is for the areas which these bowls aren't purely just rubber balls we can throw away, but these ones are important to your life, like your business. It's your life's purpose. It's what gives you fulfillment. So these are pretty important. They're not glass, but they're still pretty important. For these areas, time block. I've talked about time blocking before. It's where you set aside periods of time where you act as the different roles in your business. So for example, you might have a block of time where in that block of time you do nothing but book in your clients for appointments. You might have a block of time where you do nothing but call on clients to show you that you care, or whatever your client care procedure is. You might have a block of time where you do nothing but marketing. Make sure you time block. Personally, I don't find time blocking effective if I block out full day. Say this is marketing day, this is work like, client lead generation day, I find it better to block out different parts of the day. But just one tip with time blocking, you're better off blocking out one block of time of 3 hours rather than 3 separate blocks of time for 1 hour each. It takes a bit of time to get into the momentum of the work, and 1 hour I often find isn't enough unless you're checking emails or something. But generally speaking, I block out large blocks of time. Do it into your calendar, block out the time where you're acting in the different roles in your calendar. Tip number 4 is be clear on your procedures. When you say client care, if you have a client care procedure, what does client care look like? Are you checking in with your clients every second day? Are you checking in with them every week? Are you giving them a call? Are you sending them an email? Whatever it is, have a procedure that which you follow and have a way where you're tracking it, whether it's through a CRM or just a workflow tool. So whether it's Zoho or Asana are 2 good tools. Have a way which you can just log on and say, I'm in my client care time block. I see that Bob is at stage 3, I need to give him a call now. Or Susie is at stage 1 and I need to give her a bit of more attention. I should type her an email, give her a call and book in a meeting for the following week. Whatever it might be. That way, when you're in your client care procedure, you're not wasting time. You know exactly what the next step is for each client. And finally, for other projects, same thing. Set out your next steps. Have a very clear action plan and document what you're up to and what your next step should be. What that does is when you block out time, once again, block out the time for the extra projects. Once you block out the time, you know exactly what your next steps need to be, so you won't be wasting time trying to get into the momentum of things. It keeps the momentum going. So just as a recap, prioritize different areas in your life. Schedule everything in. Schedule it in, especially the ones for the glass bowls. Block out time. In your calendar, block out chunks of time where you're allocating to your business, different areas in your business, and other projects. Block out large chunks of time and don't set aside a whole day for one thing. I find that's just not effective for myself. I hope this has been useful and stay tuned for future questions, and hopefully next time we're in a nicer setting. I'm still in my old house which I've been renovating. It's pretty bland. You can see there's just not much here. Until next time, peace.